2007 season now the stuff of legend. Thrills and controversy. Will 2008 come close to such drama? Well, welcome to Albert Park in Melbourne, where it's hot and it's ready for a thrilling start to the season, with Lewis Hamilton on pole position.
And there is Lewis Hamilton with his teammate Heikki Kovalainen behind him. On the other side of the grid, less grippy side of the grid, Robert Kubica and Felipe Massa, the danger man really today as far as Lewis Hamilton is concerned. Watch out for Kimi Räikkönen coming through from the back. You know the procedure: when the 5 lights go off, the 2008 World Championship will be underway. And it's go in Australia! Cracking start, someone stalled at the back. Lewis Hamilton's got a good start. Kubica looks electric on the run down to the first corner, but Hamilton goes defensive and bucks him out. Kubica is right up his gearbox though, and Kovalainen, I think, and Massa were very close to each other. Where is Felipe Massa? Can't see him at the moment. There was contact further back as well, but Kovalainen, there is Massa. Seems to have dropped some ground.
Dropped a huge amount of ground. I think there was a Toro Rosso pointing in the wrong direction too in the first turn. Massa squabbling there with a Red Bull. And
that's Kimi Räikkönen. Massa is nowhere to be seen. I saw him getting very close to Kovalainen into that turn 1. And as we predicted, a tremendous difference in the quality of their starts. Hamilton leads, Kubica second, Kovalainen third, Rosberg fourth. Felipe Massa has yet to appear. He's not in the top 16. And the safety car, well, I told you about the safety car and the chances of it being deployed. It's already out on the first lap here. Lewis Hamilton leads it then from Kubica, Kovalainen, Rosberg.
And then there's a good fight going on between David Coulthard 9, Fernando Alonso in 10. Does he make it into the braking area? That's from a long way back. And this is Massa then shaping up on Nakajima, is it? Doesn't look much like this is passing a Renault then, so that is a replay actually. It says at the top of the screen, a replay. Traction to launch up the inside, and this is Massa having a look at the back of Nakajima, and he's through. That's where he spun at the start of the race, but he's made it work. That's a replay. He's a long way behind at the moment and picked up a great slipstream, and Rubens gave him just enough room, but didn't go as defensive, did he? It's almost as if Rubens was thinking, I need to let this guy by now. It's costing me time as well, and he'll get past me eventually. I might as well let him go. That's got that sort of hallmark on it as far as I'm concerned.
There's another look of it. Down the inside goes the reigning world champion. Poor old Jarno, he was driving very well in the top 6 for Toyota. He's had to pop out of the car. Meanwhile, here's Massa and Sato, take 2. And he gets him through turn 14.
Which turned my car around, and obviously then I was, in the middle of a collision, so it's...
While we were hearing there from Vettel, an important moment in the pits. Heidfeld and Rosberg came in together, and Heidfeld got in front and now emerges out. I'm not sure exactly where they fed back into the system. Looks like
Coulthard and a squabbling Alonso, and Alonso's just nailed Rosberg down the outside into turn 3.
Yeah, it's a shame that we lose points like that.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lewis. Massa makes massive contact there with David Coulthard. A huge incident there into turn 1 as the Ferrari driver tried to go past the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, we'll have to see from how far he came back. It looked to me as if Massa was within striking distance of the overtake. Does he have left front suspension problems? Well, it's hanging on with plenty of G-force through turn 5 there. It'll go under braking if there's a lot of damage. I think there's just general movement going on. It does look a bit wobbly, certainly more than a bit of general movement going on.
That could be quite interesting. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, I think that Felipe will feel that he had the high ground there, that he had the right to stay on the inside of the corner. DC quite clearly didn't know he was there. You'll peripheral vision in these cars is very poor.
Meanwhile, David Coulthard, I imagine, is pretty angry at the moment down there with Louise Goodman.
Well, let's just ask him. James is speculating on the fact that you're probably pretty angry right now. Is that the case?
Well, what would you expect? I've gone out of the race. Obviously, Felipe's in a quicker car. He's driving, someone with a bit more top speed. But you've got to, you've got to catch someone. You can't just ram into the side of them. And I know I screwed up in the same way with Alex last year. I took full responsibility for it, and I would expect Felipe to do the same. If he doesn't, then I'm going to kick a few colours of shit out the little bastard.
Thanks for that language, David. I just got to ask you, though, he was coming up behind you quite quickly. Did you see him in your mirrors? Did you know he was there?
Yeah, of course I knew he was there. Yeah.
OK, cheers.
Well, apologies for Coulthard's rather colourful language there. Kovalainen has denied him. The green flag's waving down the inside.
Oh, he's
goes right, but he's overcooked it. The world champion is in the gravel trap.
What is going on for Ferrari today? That's another disaster for them. Surely this time he will just pounce down the inside. He won't. He's going to lose it. Stick a wheel on the grass. What's he doing out there? The anti-stall kicks in. He selects first gear and off he goes. That's 2 errors then today. 2 critical errors from the current world champion.
Looks to me as though Timo Glock is certainly winded. There you go, exactly as you predicted. Off at turn 12, almost catches some air, does catch some air. And, well, he certainly felt that.
So he hasn't really connected with the wall in any major way. It was the landing. You've got to remember, the drivers sit on the floor of the cars. There's absolutely no suspension under their backside or cushioning at all. And that service road launched the car. It really shouldn't be able to do that. And it was, what that tends to do is compress your spine, your lower back, or damage just on the back of your neck. So Glock walking away, but he will be winded.
Great to see then Timo Glock, the reigning oh no! A disaster in the pit stops for Honda, and Barrichello pulls down the refueling man, almost took the rip with him. We've seen some big problems in the past when that happens. A mix-up then in the Honda pits, and there's an injury, hope it's not too severe, to one of the mechanics there. They're all looking after each other.
He's not even allowed in the pits at the moment to refuel unless he's allowed to come in and change damage, but they shouldn't be in the pits. So what did he run over? Did he run over something there? Did he jump in the air?
Yeah, it was a little leap.
A wheel gum, we think he just ran over, but at least that makes 9. This is Raikkonen and
Alonso on Kovalainen. Alonso goes past Kovalainen for 7th place, but Raikkonen was holding 6th, so he's lost a couple of places there during the course of that lap. While we were looking at the incident in the pit lane, Raikkonen has gone from 6th to 8th. Into the pits comes Rubens Barrichello. That'll put Raikkonen up another place. Ron Meadows, the sporting director of Honda, on the stopwatch there, telling Alistair Gibson to let him go. And well, there's been a lot of going on here between these two very experienced drivers here. Alonso and Raikkonen, Kovalainen as well. Here's hopefully a look at it.
Yeah, okay, so Kovalainen then's getting held up. Is he going to go run wide down into 13th? So he took a place, and that's where Alonso got past him. So they were passing, or trying to pass Bourdais, and there's the other incident then. There's the front wing of Nakajima going off, and it appeared to be almost unrelated to Kubica, doesn't it?
Let's have another look at this. Kovalainen. Oh, it's Nakajima just getting into the back of Kubica, exactly.
At least now he can get a fresh engine for next weekend. What's going on here? Kovalainen taking the long way round. Will he get a better drive out of the corner? And you're just about allowed to do that, Mr. Alonso, but it didn't do any good because Kovalainen makes it stick. How satisfying will that be?
Fantastic pass by the man who took the seat at McLaren of Fernando Alonso, and there's pretty much a straight swap between them. Alonso comes back at him, but Kovalainen's got problems. He didn't get drive out of the corner, and now Alonso's got the satisfaction. He takes the place back again. It looked like maybe you can't miss a gear with these modern systems, but what happened?
I don't know. These gearboxes change gear 50 times faster than you can blink your eye.